Hey guys, I'm Tikruna, and right now I'm really busy at the moment, but I have lots of plans for the channel. And right now we're going to review some more cards from the upcoming set. So I don't have a lot of time, so let's just get right into it. This card is really bad. I think I know a lot of people think it's really good, but it's not because it's a 5/5 for 9 mana, and you really don't want to just like what you could potentially do is if this survives the turn or if you have mana for it, you can just vomit out all the most expensive stuff, but then you just lose to brawl or equality something. So I don't think it's good. Anyways, the next card, this one. Mediocre. Let's see this one. This one is really interesting. Gives you a mana crystal, and then Death Rattle destroys a mana crystal. So it's really good in the Ram Druid as a 2-drop. Very interesting card. This one, I really like this one. This is really good in Aggro Druid. And they have printed a lot of cards that I think are actually really good for the Aggro Druid. So that will definitely be a deck I expect. Speaking of which, this card is going to be really good in that set aggro deck. Because what you do is you play Soul of the Forest and you play Savage Raw, and you have a really aggressive curve. So what this making 2 1/1s for 1 mana is perfect for that, because you also play the thing that buffs all your creatures, and with Soul of the Forest you get 2 1/1s with Death Rattle Spawn at 2/2, which is really, really good. So you just do a really, really aggressive curve. And that's another card that is just perfect for that deck, which is already a good deck right now, I think. Anyways, let's see, where is the next card? Okay, this is actually also the Brave Hunter, or Brave Archer. Is also a really interesting card, I think, because if there are enough cards like this, then you can make Face Hunter even more cheap than it already is. Like, lower the curve. Already it stuffs on 3 mana, but if you can lower the curve, cut some of the 3 mana costs, and add more 1-drops, which is essentially what I think will push Face Hunter over the top. Like, a lot of people think this is just trash. I really don't think so. Like, let's look at it real quick. Inspire, if your hand is empty, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. If it did not say if your hand is empty, this would be really, really bad. But, if it did not say if your hand is empty, this would be broken. Like, it would be so good, because you just play it on turn 3, hero power, deal 4 damage, which is already better than Wolf Rider, and then you have it on the board and they have to kill it, or they take another 4 damage from a hero power. This is not what it does. It has the requirement of if your hand is empty. But if it did not have that, it would be utterly broken. And this rewards hunters for going even lower curve, which is a really, really interesting thing. So I'm really, really hyped for this card. I think it's definitely worth trying out, and it's definitely worth considering when you're considering Face Hunter. Okay. This is a bunch of trash. We already saw that. We already saw this as well in the last video. Let's see, what do we have here then? I think we already saw this as well. It's an interesting card, this too. Yeah, we already saw it. This we did not see though. Really bad Fireball. Can't even target face. Trash. This one, interesting card. 3/4, another 3/4 for 3 mana, which is good. And then it's a double-sided effect, so both you and your opponent gets the benefit. But if your deck is built to utilize it more than your opponents, then it's a slight advantage for you. So it could be okay, but I don't think it's good enough. Let's see this card, Warhorse Trainer. What does that do? Your Silverhand recruits have +1 attack. That's interesting, but the 3 mana slot for Paladin is really contested, so it's probably not good enough. And 2/4 is not good enough, I think. This card is really bad. This card is really good though. From really bad to really good. Reveal a minion in each deck, so that's a Joust mechanic. If yours costs more, restore 7 health to your hero. So it's a little bit worse than a T Killbot, and you don't get the trigger all the time. But the good thing is, against control decks, it doesn't really matter as much as it does against aggro decks, and you're more likely to get the Battle Cry against aggro decks, and against control decks it's not that card, because a 5/5 for 5 mana is definitely just fine. So that's that. And then this card is really, really sweet. It's a 7 mana 3/7, which is not the greatest stats, but at least it doesn't die to Big Game Hunter, so yeah, that's fine. And the Battle Cry is really sweet. I would play this absolutely in Paladin. Alright, let's move down to what we have here. Is a really bad Priest card with some combo 10 potential. I don't even want to get too much into that right now. Then there's this card. I think we already went over that. This card, okay, 1 mana heal 5, really sick with Organeye and good against aggro. And yeah, it's a cool card. I think we'll definitely see play, and it's going to be Priest is going to be really good against aggro, which it already was, but it's going to be even better. So that's a little bit scary. I like aggro at the moment. It will be really interesting to see where that goes, but I think aggro will still be viable. Definitely think so. After this new set, this guy, 5 mana 3/7 for rogue, which can become a 6/7. Not very good. This one, 2 random. This one really bad. We already went over that. This one, that's a big game hunter. It has some 6 staying power, like you get it back to your hand, and it summons an Erubian. But like if it gets silenced in big game hunter, you probably lose the game. So maybe it's not so great. Let's see Shaman cards. They have gotten some really interesting cards. The Charged Hammer, which actually makes your Shaman hero power good. That's interesting. Deal 2 damage hero power instead of making tokens. I think it's a really good card. It's now Shaman has 4 good weapons. This and the one that buffs your mix. Okay, this one we already went over that. And this one, we already. This 4 mana essentially with the overload for drawing 2 cards. It could maybe see play in some combo Shaman decks, but other than that, I don't think is very good. Let's see what else do we have here. Okay, yeah, this guy we already went over that. That's really good. And that's it for Shaman. Let's see. On to the Warlock cards. We have Wilfred Fizzlebang. 6 mana, 4/4. Card you draw from your hero power cost 0. So really weird. Potentially you can get some huge mana stuff, but it's a really slow card at the same time. I don't know how good it is. It's really hard to tell. This one is really interesting. I like this a lot. When you play or discard this, deal 4 damage to a random enemy. So this is going to spawn some really aggressive Zoo decks, which will be really, really cool. So there's definitely going to be aggro still after the new set. I think people will think it's going to be more about control, but it's still going to be a lot about aggro. I think aggro is just so good in Hearthstone. They really have to print some really good control decks or control cards for aggro not to be one of the best things you can do. And then if controls ever becomes good, then mill will be really good. So there's that. And then this card, obviously terrible. Give you one of the mana crystal, really bad. This one, I think we already went over that. Okay, then there's this card, this really weird warrior card. Give your minions taunt and give your taunt minions +2/+2. So you have to play taunt and warrior, and then you play this, and you get like a really, really good buff if you have a lot of taunts. That's really weird but interesting. This card is very good for control warrior. Deal 3 damage, gain 3 armor. Really, really good card. It's going to be 2 of all control warriors. This one is interesting. I don't know. That's a weird card though. And again, with the taunt theme for warrior, that's kind of weird. You have so much armor anyways. And it's a worse Fire War Axe. Yeah, I really don't like this card. Then let's see. Already talked about that guy. Skeleton King. Dies to BGH, and yeah, it's just too much of a tempo loss if the meta doesn't change significantly. Already talked about this one and this one. This one is one of the new aggro cards as well. It's gonna be absolutely perfect for exactly the Druid aggro deck, because what the Druid aggro deck does, which the other aggro decks don't, is just swarms the board before your opponent has enough mana to actually deal with a huge board. And then essentially what you do is you either play Savage Roar for the win, or you play Soul of the Forest to secure that board. And this guy plays perfectly into that, because in aggro Druid you always have a big board for either Savage Roar or Soul of the Forest, and now this guy. So that's amazing. All right, on to the next card. This is a good card. A lot of people think it's not good. It's good. It's a good control card. It's basically reads Battle Cry, gain card advantage, and Paladin cards are potentially really, really strong, or like most Paladin cards are pretty good. This card is really, really good. This card we already talked about. This card, yeah. All right, then there are the 2 of these are going to be good cards for sure. I'm gonna talk more about those. This is a bad card. This is a bad card. This card, I think we already talked about it. It's really interesting. Might be good in the hero power decks. This guy is really good. Essentially an upgraded Sunwalker if you get the Joust. Yeah, definitely a strong card. Armored Warhorse, really bad card. Then there's this guy, also pretty bad. Really bad. This card is really interesting for Priest, where you can abuse the Northshire Cleric. This is really bad. This is, yeah, pretty bad. Let's see. This is potentially playable in mech, but not too exciting. This is a really weird card. It's really good against Face Hunter, but other than that, it's really bad. Then there's this card. We already talked about that. This guy, Divine Shield Charge, interesting. 3 mana, okay. This guy we already talked about. It's okay, I think, but a lot of good 3-drops, so maybe not. Gadgets and Jouster, not too amazing. Same with that. Then there's Flame Juggler. Nah, it's not good enough for 2-drop. Silent Knight, probably not good enough for Construct either. And that was actually it. So, that's it for this video. If you like the quick review, I'm sorry, I'm really busy at the moment, but if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. And I'll see you guys next time.